I read some crazy horror story about a guy, a farmer, putting up a whatever electric fence, and he put it on some insanely high battery he didn't need it to be or whatever, and he was mowing grass with a little push mower, and
Right.
his wife he unhooked it when he went to start mowing, but his wife had seen that it was unhooked and was worried about it, and she didn't know that he did it intentionally, so she
I was
hooked
like,
it
oh, why
back
is this
up,
unplugged?
and
Yeah,
he
like what
ended
the fuck?
up and so he ends up touching it, one hand on the wire, one hand on this mower, holding the thing down, right? Mowing grass, and now he's part of that circuit, and the mower's part of that circuit.
Oh,
He
just
said he
getting lit
sat,
up from the
dude, the thing I
mower.
read, he sat there for like 25 minutes just getting juiced. He's like, dude, I pissed myself. I fucking was just
Oh
laying there
god,
like limp
yeah.
as fuck, like, I couldn't do a goddamn thing. And he's like, finally, like, somehow, some way, it finally shorted out or got stuck or whatever, and or the mower, I think the mower shorted out, so it kicked him enough where his hand let up, and he unfroze
Brought him
himself.
out of there.
Something crazy,
Yeah.
but he was like,
Whew.
dude. He was like, dude, he was like, I was stuck there for like 30 minutes, and then I was laying on the ground for another 45 minutes before my wife found me, and it was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, that would be probably one of the
Yeah.
worst ways I can imagine to go. Is probably just getting lit up by electricity slowly over time. Just nothing you can do
I would,
about it.
I would still take that over getting burned to death. Mm-hmm.
Burn to death might not be so bad over that. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I think I'd probably
I
rather be
mean,
burned. I don't know.
no,
Scientifically, I don't
no.
know if you're gonna slow roast me,
You know how
slow
much
cook
you know
me
how
on
it
a
feels
low
getting a
voltage
slight
line for
burn on your
25
hand from like
minutes.
pulling pizza out of the oven. Imagine that, like I don't know.
But
Like, see,
I
this is
feel
a
like
topic that vote right now. Vote on the comment section. Being burned to death or electrified
Well, it's
alive.
like,
Which is worse?
okay, if you had to pick right now, getting burned at the stake or electric chair,
Yep.
where are you
Right
going?
now, I'm
electric
going electric
chair
chair,
or
man.
getting lit up on a mower from a
Straight
fucking.
Or getting struck by a
No,
mower.
I'm not
See,
talking about that crazy scenario.
that
Like
was what
just
I was
being
like. Jesus
dying.
Christ!
He's
Can you
saying dying by
imagine?
electricity or dying by fire. He's saying dying by electricity or dying by fire. How what you prefer? I would
Okay,
die
if
by
I had to
electricity because
choose the electric chair that's designed to kill you, yeah, I'll probably go that route over getting
design to kill
fucking
you.
burned alive. But if I
Okay,
gotta
well,
choose
being
between
burned at the
getting
stake is
lit up,
designed to kill you too.
yeah,
Oh
but
no,
I
Brenda,
mean, not scientifically
you
with
don't get a
fucking
choice.
electricity
You
to
don't get a choice
fucking
anymore.
blast
You don't
me.
get a choice anymore. You're burned to death now. You don't get a choice anymore. You've made your bed. You're
Your
Damn
burned to
it.
death.
hesitation explains exactly why, because all of
You
your
don't.
sensory nerve endings are going to get fried off, and it's going to be the most painful
Uh,
Yep.
thing ever. Where the chair
Ever.
is
for
going to
just
give you maybe 60 seconds at the very most of,
Yeah, you're probably
and then
gonna
it's
get
just
like
over.
20
It's
and
done.
you're gonna be out. Yeah. It's gonna blast your
Where
fucking.
burning, you're going to get like 2, probably 3 minutes,
Oh, you're
dude.
getting a couple
Once, and
minutes.
your flesh is going to be dripping off your bones, and
But
yuck.
if you had to make me
Gross.
choose between
Gross.
doing that and getting lit up on a mower, like slow roasting on a from a fucking electric fence that I homemade with some car batteries, I don't
I see.
know.
I see what you're saying, because you're picturing
I
someone
don't
stuck
know.
there until like their skin turns black.
Until
But
yeah,
it's
it would
not.
Gross.
literally would slow cook
Yeah.
you. Like I'm like, oh, from the inside, just getting lit up and not be able to do anything about it. It's being, oh,
You
I
guys are
don't
bumming
know.
me out. I don't want to. You
Oh
guys are
man.
burning to death. You electrocute to death. I mean, this is bumming me out real quick.
Oh man. Can you? Oh, either way though. I
All right,
mean,
let's change the topic here. Instead of getting fried to
well,
death or burned to death, what else can we talk
getting
about?
burned alive though, I think you pass out. You know, at a certain point, you probably pass
Pass
out
I
pretty
don't
out.
think
quick.
so.
No, I
I
mean,
don't
like
think
I
so.
said, what if you don't though? What if you
Well,
just
I'm
don't? What if
thinking
you just feel
smoke
every fucking?
inhalation. I mean, are we loading us up? Am I getting
Oh,
doused in
true. Yeah.
gas? Or am I getting burned at
Giving
the
you suffocating.
stake?
You
No,
guys
no,
giving you
no.
suffocating.
Okay.
Either way, they're both
No,
terrible
say
though.
say say you're totally right, Brandon. Say yeah, you're gonna pass out either from the pain or smoke inhalation, but how much time is gonna
How
lapse
long
between
does
when it
your
starts?
flesh
When you
melt
first
and
feel pain,
burn
how much time is gonna
before?
lapse
Oh
from when you
god.
first feel pain, like ouch, that hurts, to where you get pushed over that threshold? Because I want to say that's at least over a minute, and over a minute is at least a lifetime in that sort of
Yeah, it's
scenario.
probably a couple. Like, I'm sure there's
Burning.
stories
I
of
mean,
people
just
screaming
imagine
for a few
touching your hand
minutes.
on the stove when it's still hot and you pull it away immediately because you're like, fuck. And then you have a blister. Can you imagine just being like, fuck, that hurts, and holding your hand there still?
Right?
Just being like, ow, ow,
Oh god.
ah.
Uh,
You lose your shit. No way. And you're like, oh yeah, I think I'll pass out from the pain. No, you won't. Not for a while. You're going to
No,
scream for
you
a while.
won't. You got a long ways of shock, and fucking that's a long process before you pass out, big guy.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Dude, no way. That has always been my biggest fear. I'd almost rather drown than be burned alive, to be honest. Drowning freaks
yeah,
me out bad.
I think I'd rather be. I don't know if I'd rather be burned
Dear
or
God,
drowned.
I take a piss and now drowning got fucking involved in the equation. Come on, guys.
I don't know if I had to. Whew, whew. I
These are
mean,
okay. We'll
am
just
I
agree these
stuck
are all
out at
terrible. These are all
sea
terrible
with
ways
it
to die.
in a storm?
I'm
Is
stuck
that
at
how I
sea.
fucking drowned, or
No,
am I
you're
like
just
in a
straight.
clear
You're
box?
straight cement shoe.
Is
You're
someone
straight
No, it
cement
don't
holding my
shoe.
matter.
head
Drowning
under?
is straight. Drowning is straight drowning. I don't care what you
Yeah.
say. Either way, you are underwater and you need a
There's no
breath
way you're
so
coming
bad that
back.
you take that big
Yep.
gulp, and it's
Yep.
all just water straight in your lungs.
Straight to it, and
Don't
then you're
matter
fucked.
if you're in 3 feet or 300 feet. Don't give a fuck.
I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Either way,
that's a pretty
awful.
rough
I
way.
would I would rather
That's
drown
a
than be
rough
burned
way.
alive. I will that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
burning
Straight
alive.
would. I,
panic.
One of the last things I might do is being burnt alive. Would be one of the last things I might do. That would
yeah,
suck.
I think I'd probably drowned over that too. Now,
Oh no!
drowned over electricity?
When your time comes,
Yeah,
when your time comes, Brenda, we're making sure you're getting burned
Over?
alive. We're making sure you're getting burned alive because
No.
you thought it was the best way to go. But
Yeah, no. If I'm picking, I'm taking electricity every time,
electricity all
and
the
then
way.
I'll go
yeah,
drowning, and then I'll go burned if I have no other choice.
right. It's like
Yeah.
Like if it was
preferably
like
while
be
wet.
tortured
Like I want
for
electricity.
days
I
on
want
end, or get burned at
yeah.
the stake, then I'd be like, okay, burn me at the
Okay,
stake, so it's
then
just one
burn
and
me,
done.
but being tortured fucking to
But if
days,
you're
yeah, I
gonna
mean, fuck
torture me
that.
for weeks on end, then just
So where does
no,
starvation rank
I
up
ain't
on
doing
that?
that.
Is starvation the worst then? Or would you
Oh,
rather drown? Because starvation's got to be pretty bad,
Oh
right?
boy.
Like, can you imagine
I bet,
starving
but
for like a
I don't
couple
know.
weeks till you're
I think
just
I'd rather
exhausted to
I think I'd
death?
rather starve than drown, to be honest.
Yeah, you think
Because
you'd rather
from
starve?
everything I've heard is people say like, oh, drowning's easy because once you cross that threshold and you take that first gulp, then it's like it's
hmm
over and it's done with. But then I've read a lot of things from the people who've gotten like revived from after drowning, and they're like, no, it was the worst thing ever. As soon as you take that gulp and it gets in your lungs, it burns like a fire in your chest, and it
that
Right?
doesn't
makes
go
it worse.
away
And
because
why
there's
would you
obviously
pass out
no oxygen you
immediately?
can give.
Why would you pass out immediately? Like your
No,
brain's still got to be conscious for a couple minutes, right? Even after that? Like your brain can go a
uh,
few minutes
30
without in the
seconds probably,
air.
but yeah, like,
Right? Like
well, you got to think you already probably pushed it to at least 3 minutes if you're about to drown. You
yeah, if you're
already
holding your
pushed your
breath
body
that
as far as you
long.
can go and then some,
Yeah, that's
you
probably
know.
true.